Abuzuya Kennedy akompre kwa Agyapong ene ade so koshia MPP vetting committee MPP national headquarters atese ni nyina efa flag bearership race and as a presidential primary say ekoso after so mo peke form no mo file ye no na esese mpanifo hu omo tiri mu po ene adwen a omo de ba bebu oman Ghana Abuzuya ene Kennedy akompre kwa Agyapong ekokoshia ye ne yentie de opia bonten wo de tudwa.
Second time coming to such a vetting, was it any different from the first time you came?
No, not really. I was prepared. So I believe I answered all the questions. And they know I'm ready to be president of this country. Yeah.
But what were your major takeaways from today's session?
So they really wanted to know why I want to be president and my vision for the country, as well as the party.
Okay.
So I enumerated a couple of points and how I'm going to address some problems. So basically that was the interview. They know I've been through and through party man for so long. So I didn't face any serious questions, or they didn't antagonize me because they know my potential already. But they asked tangible and reasonable, I would say reasonable questions. They were not hostile to me, and I was free to answer their questions.
I imagine you plan to use the Asian model to develop Ghana.
I said it there too. I told them and explained what I mean by Asian model. I have seen some proof. Let me explain further. The Asian model, what they did that time when they decided to compete with Europe and America was that they identified potential talents and potential businessmen and funded their projects like Daewoo, Hyundai, Samsung in Korea, for instance. They made conscious efforts to support them by giving them loans. And the loans, what they did was that if Mr. Honorable Kwaku Kwarteng decides to build this building, they will ask for the cost of the raw materials and where he's going to get the raw materials from. The government then sends the money to the company manufacturing the raw materials. And they will give you a couple of months. If you tell them the imports or your raw materials or whatever equipment you're going to use will arrive in 3 months. In 3 months, the following week, 3 months, 1 week, we are there to inspect if indeed you receive the equipment. Now, what they do is that the government partners the individual, the private sector. So they win themselves off when you finish paying the loan. Then it becomes your business. And in business, the most difficult part is the capital. So if government supports you to get the capital and you run it well, you become a millionaire. This is how they've been able to expand their businesses. India, Dubai, all the Asian, that is how the model they use. And I think because Ghana, we don't have capital for our businesses. Set up businesses, initially they are very tough. They lack finance.
Territory party headquarters. I've been here, a member of this party. I met with the committee and standard questions. It's a vetting. It's not an interview. It's a vetting to see whether I qualify. And as a member of parliament, it's very easy to qualify for such a vetting unless you have any other thing against you. And I don't have anything. So we just had a normal conversation about how we're going to move our party forward.
There was an issue about development fee, 4 million Ghana cedis, which some of the aspirants raised concerns about. saying that it's the party now being sold to the highest bidder. Why is the party charging development fee? You are one of the candidates to lead the party. What do you have to say about the development fee?
Well, as far as I am concerned, it was a requirement that came with the forms that we have to pay a development fee. If you are a presidential candidate, you have to be able to demonstrate resourcefulness, to be able to mobilize what is required to fulfill the party's requirement. It has been done. As to whether it is the right amount, fair amount, exorbitant or low, that is up to the party people and the party leadership to decide. I am not for, against. I'm very neutral about it. I think that my team have fulfilled that requirement, and we are ready to embark on our campaign.
I'm sure you asked about your vision for the country. What did you tell the panel?
Well, I don't think that it came in that form. The vetting largely is based on your qualification to be a presidential candidate and to satisfy the constitutional requirement. That is what the vetting is about. There were some side questions more about how we bring the party together, or the vision on how, when you become a candidate, unite us to win. Those questions were answered square and fair. But I took an oath in there not to discuss the details of the vetting committee. If you are to ask me on another forum of my vision for the party and the country, I will be able to tell you. But for the things that happen inside the vetting committee, because of the oath that I took, you may have to.
The final one, you've been very vocal, especially on the campaign trail, where some of the aspirants have said that you are throwing subtle jabs at them. There have been responses as well. If given the chance, some of the things that you said, would you retract them?
There have been a few jabs, and I think there will be a couple more. We are embarking on a campaign. I mean, I will be hit. Others will be hit. It's part of the campaign. It's normal in our politics, except that wisdom must be applied for you to know the line beyond which you are infuriating somebody. That will make unity post-election difficult. But the regular jabs of pecking people's faces, those ones will happen. We just have to make sure that we don't poke the eyes, and that will become a problem.
My appreciation goes to you for what you have done so far. Indeed, Dr. Agyapong tells me to congratulate you for what you have done in support of this campaign. We cannot take it for granted. You have been with us from the beginning up to this point. And I'm very hopeful that you are going to stay with us and even do better than you have done before in the days and months ahead, until the time that we secure victory for the party. For Dr. Agyapong's position is that we should bring everybody on board, everybody in NPP. If we want to win the power, no one single campaign can win the power. And then we have to come to a point where we consolidate all party interests into one and pursue the general agenda of winning power for us in 2008 and the 2028. And the best position of all the candidates that we see is Dr. Agyapong. He is the one who could bring the left and the right back and front together in a team to prosecute this collective agenda. And I believe that with his contribution so far and his support so far and his appeal, particularly to the youth, I'm sure that he is the one to mobilize the votes come 2028 December. I'm sure 70% of our literates are very youthful. And he himself, as part of you, because he is also very youthful, he will be the person to encourage all of you to vote for him come 2028. Again, some of you will be looking for intellectual capacity of a candidate. We cannot go beyond Dr. Brian Champon to find somebody intellectually capable to deliver the results for us. And some of us may also be looking for entrepreneurs in the leader. And nobody surpasses Dr. Brian Champon in entrepreneurship, as he has demonstrated for all of us to see. And indeed, it is not only about his vision. It is not only about his articulation. It is also about his performance.